Hey everybody, good morning to you. It is currently 6 in the morning. I'm up early because Booger is up early, as she does. You know how it is if you're a cat owner. Cats like to get up at 4, 3, 5 o'clock in the morning and they wake you up and then you get up and then they go back to sleep. That's what she does to me. I don't know why I have to get up so doggone early. Why can't we just sleep till 8? Anyway. So Neo Tarot did a very interesting tarot reading on Salah, just focusing on Salah. What are his thoughts? What's going on in his head and what's going on with him? And I watched the reading and I was very, very interested. Lots of interesting stuff there. So I wanted to react to her video and give my thoughts along with her reading because as I was watching her reading, I was getting all kinds of messages coming through. So those of you that don't know about Neo Tarot, I'm going to leave a link for her video in the description below. Please check out her channel. She's got all kinds of great content. She does all kinds of wonderful readings on different people, people in the entertainment industry, stuff on Chantal, stuff on Salah, stuff on Kai Bella. So you might want to check out her channel. So why don't we just jump into the reading? And for those of you that have never seen Neo Tarot before, she's sassy, she's classy. And when she does her readings, like the messages are coming in fast and she goes a bit faster than I do. But I really enjoy the way she does things. So let me just go ahead and pull up the reading because like I said, the reading is interesting. There's some interesting tea there. Yes, there is. So let's get to, shall we?
Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message, this update for my thank you, Spirit, my previous reading on Salah. This reading is alleged in for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. So I did a reading recently on Kai Bella and Foodie Beauty. And in the comment section, someone said, hey, can we get an update on Salah? And so I'm like, okay, cool. Let's get into it. Let's see what it says. I feel like it's been a minute since I've done a solo reading on him. And time has we've had time in between. So let's just get into it. See what's up. All right. So, two cards want to come out. Cool. All right. Spirit is acknowledging that there's an energy in his energy field of the pot calling the kettle black. So there's a lot of communication. Thank you, Spirit. There's also, it feels like going back and forth, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know the proper term that's trying to come out, but there's like some kind of like back and forth, like anger, like bickering kind of energy. Hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame, introspection is needed. And this has to deal with this pregnant belly, clearly, or just this energy around a manifestation. So this arguing has to do with abundance, fertility, succor, growth, warmth, beginnings, and in your prime. Thank you, Spirit. There's something in someone just keeps trying over and over and over again to get what they want, to get their intention to be accepted by the universe so that they can have it in their hands. Out of the mind and into the hand is the energy that's coming through. And so I always say cats have 9 lives. So this is one of my brouhaha cards. They're going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying until they have a breakthrough, solution, originality, receptivity, and faith. In the middle of the deck, he is lazing around like a bump on a log. But again, this is a pregnancy card for me as well, because it's just the energy that it feels like when it's just the energy of the way the body is resting on this tree. Now, trees also represent ancestral energy for me. So this is another thing where it's just like he's leaning on spirit, but he's very tired. He's very exhausted. He's
Okay, here's the message that was coming through last night and even right now for me, Neo. The message that keeps coming through, like just at me, is I'm getting this energy from Slav. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle it. Like the situation with he and Chantal, he's trying to convince himself that he can handle it. He thinks he can handle all of her. He thinks he can handle a situation with her and all of her issues and her temper tantrums and just her overall toxic energy. He's wanting to keep going with it because he's getting financial benefit. As long as she is around, she is making the money. She gives him the money. They live in a nice apartment, or at least she does. Like, she is fronting up all the money. He's very money motivated. He wants the finer things in life, but yet he doesn't want to go out and work for it. He wants someone else to work for it so that he can just be a play around, run around. But the energy that's coming through right now is he's trying to convince himself, I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle it. I could just keep going with this. I just got to find a way. I can handle it. But he can't handle it because she's a lot. She's exhausting. She is a soul sucker. You hear me? She is a spiritual leech. She will suck the life force right out of you. Be it he's thinking, I could just find a happy medium somewhere. I can just keep going, keep going. There's no handling Chantal. There's no handling her. Several men have tried. Every man this woman gets with, they try their best. God bless her ex-boyfriend, BB. That decent, hardworking man, he tried so hard. He did. Hardworking, decent man was BB. He tried, but she did him dirty and she cheated on him. And that was the unforgivable sin. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. He finally just said, enough. And it was amazing the transformation that happened after she was gone. On camera, when she did bring him on, he had a very uh, checked out look in the eye. And then when she was gone and she went back to his house, he had more life in himself. So after she was gone, the life came back. But Salah is over there trying to convince himself that he can still hang on to Chantal and get what he wants. He's just not getting the message from spirit that if you want what you want in life, you got to let go of her. You've got to completely separate yourself and move it along. You just got to. So yeah, like at the same time, he might be getting a little bit of money and things from Chantal. It's exhausting dealing with all of her. There's never going to be a happy place with her. But please keep going.
He's feeling burdened. Yeah, kind of energy, right? Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck. So this has to do with someone he's kissing and hugging up on. Spirit said keep going. Okay, thank you. Spirit said that this has to do with hugs and kisses, bonding, snuggling, someone's favorite. There's a lot of solar plexus energy in here when it comes to this person that he's hugging and or kissing up on. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is also acknowledging that there's depression and anxiety in this relationship. There's, again, a lot of solar plexus energy. And then we have the passion in front of it, that he's trying to be a strong pillar and a strong post in the midst of this shaky and rocky water being a water sign, or could just be emotional. But this is my anxiety card. This is my depression card. Okay. Inner calm, well-being, patience, deep breathing, compassion, and the ideal. Spirit is acknowledging that in this energy, thank you, Spirit, this is a karmic relationship. This is a karmic debt. These are star-crossed lovers. It's not written in the stars for these two. It's being communicated in the area of passion. Thank you, Spirit, but also in the area of love with a green representing the heart chakra for me. I do see water here, which lets me know, again, we could be dealing with a water sign, or we could be just dealing with emotion. But the stomping in this water is the silver lining, because there's a reflection that is seen. Okay. And so the reflection is asking, how did you get here? What role do you play in this? Take accountability, have receptivity in regards to, can you hear what the universe is trying to tell you? Okay. Because clearly you're stomping. There is an energy of being upset, but can you're stomping because you need to see a reflection. Are you tired of this yet? Are you tired of being in this position now? If not, you're going to do this again and again and again, regardless of, you know, if you believe in reincarnation, if you believe in lifetimes, this person will be a part of your lifetime until you cut
Right.
it out, until you sever the connection, until you sever. Hey. Thank you, Spirit. Hey. Thank you, Spirit. Until you sever it. This bond, this soul tie, essentially. Okay. And Spirit said that ain't truth, grits ain't groceries. Okay. That's my sell it or deal it.
So that's something you've mentioned before in your readings about Chantal and Salah, Neo. You said that it's a karmic relationship. I've been saying for a while on my readings, and also while reacting to you, that sometimes the people that you meet in life, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, sometimes the relationships you form with people could be just a friendship or a partnership of some kind. It's not so much about love, it's about learning a life lesson. And once you learn the lesson, then you can move forward. So maybe Salah meeting up with Chantal, it definitely was not about love. He was never in love with Chantal. Maybe she is a collection of life lessons that he needs to learn. Maybe some of the lessons might include, hey, if you want things in life, go out and work for them. Don't rely so heavily on other people to get those things for you, because by putting yourself in that position, you're going to pay a much more heavy cost. You know, it's going to be at the cost of your spiritual happiness, your mental happiness, your emotional happiness. I mean, there's always a price tag for everything. Sometimes you can see the price tag, sometimes you can't see it. So he maybe it's just she's a life lesson, you know, to be more independent, to do things for himself. Stop being such a run around, play around, looking for a woman to pay his way. I'm just speculating. I mean, spirit has its own design for Salah, and it's not for me to dictate what is going on with him and his destiny, his life path. But throughout this reading, I kept feeling and hearing that it just feels like the spiritual world is looking down at Salah and even at Foodie and saying, you know, you're unhappy. You're feeling the unhappy. And yet you know what you need to do and you're not doing it. You just won't let go. And you're right. If you are going through something that is essentially a life lesson and you don't learn it, either you're going to repeat the same lesson in this lifetime or perhaps another lifetime. So in the case of Chantal, she was with Natter. I believe that was also a life lesson, because when she was with Natter, he was essentially her reflection. He was her in another body. So whenever she looked at Natter, she was actually looking at herself in different attributes that she also had. And she did not like what she saw, and yet she got obsessed with it. So here might be Salah's life lesson. Here might be his time to learn. And although Chantal is the worst, if he doesn't get this lesson, learn from this lesson, move on, he might encounter another female who might be a lot like Chantal and have to go through all of this all over again.
The card. So believe it, trustworthiness, watch for signs, all of that stuff. All right. So Salah, current energy in regards to Salah and Foodie Beauty. Oh, okay. Thank you. So Spirit is acknowledging that there's a sexual healing that he's getting with someone.
Ooh.
And this is going to be karmic. This is karma. This is karma. He's getting a sexual healing. And it feels like this is a third party, and he is going to get karma for this. This is my fair lady is coming with karma in this relationship. It's going to put him in a position where he has magical moments by himself. Thank you, Spirit. He's going to be alone, drinking this wine by himself, enjoying his single life. He's also going to be drinking his pain away, because as much as he wants to be single and enjoys being single, there is some pain that comes with being single. What the pain is, I have no clue. So let's just see what Spirit wants me to share.
Okay, stop right here. So this is the thoughts that came to mind, Neo. Everybody has their own way of dealing with pain. Would you agree? People use different methods to deal with pain or depression or just bad feelings. Different people have different ways of soothing themselves. Chantal, Foodie Beauty, she has self-confessed to using food as something to soothe her pain. Salah's method of dealing with his might be different. Where she uses food, he might be going to other people just to have brief moments of getting away from Chantal and just relaxing a bit with somebody, just getting away from her and to somebody else in order to have those moments to recharge himself or have a moment of peace, just so he can go back and deal with her and not lose his mind. So the drinking alone card, I don't know Salah. I'm not in his head, but I think he's just too stuck on, he wants the free and easy life. And although, yes, he would experience a lot more happiness without Foodie, because she brings a lot of turbulence, he knows that there's a price to pay if he gets away from her. Right now, she's making all of the money, she's paying for everything. So could he be single and be happy? Yes, but that would mean he would have to go back to work and make his own money. He'd have to put some work in, and he doesn't like the thought of that. It's been a year. It's been a year of her paying for everything and spoiling him with gifts, a new car, a nicer apartment, money, a new computer, a new iPhone. He's gotten used to that life. He's gotten absolutely used to that life. And he's suffering from what I call the golden handcuff syndrome. And I know that may seem confusing to all of you. Like, what is that? When you basically get trapped by luxuries. You get spoiled by luxuries. You just get used to having a full plate of food. You don't want to go back to just a few scraps on a plate, not if you can help it. So Chantal did the trap well. She got him used to all of these nice things and the money, and he's so used to it now that he can't fathom the thought of going back and being back to where he was before he met her. All of those nice things and all that money is just overinflated his ego and his sense of self of, this is what I deserve. This is really the life that I deserve. Just having nice things and living in a nice oceanside villa. He's on that level now that he's always wanted to be. But again, there's a price to pay, especially if you did not earn those things, if you did not earn that money, and all of that stuff is coming from somebody else. You got to deal with that person over and over and over and over again. You can't ever stop dealing with them. If you are not independent, if you are codependent, that means you always got to keep going back and dealing with that individual. And she is a lot. So I can't say for sure exactly where the pain of being single would come from, because he has proved that, like he's a runaround, play around. He likes the ladies. So it's not like he's going to be sitting in an apartment by himself with nobody to talk to. But given the things that we know about Salah and seeing how he likes nice things, that might be where the pain is coming from. Knowing that as soon as he hops off the Chantal train, he's going to be on foot and he's going to have to walk alone.
They're moving in love and light. Let's clarify. Because, okay, again, they say he keeps touching the forbidden fruit and that he's going to be opening up Pandora's box. And someone's already acknowledging that they had a gut feeling that this is happening. So Foodie Beauty knows that there's something else happening.
Oh, of course she knows. Of course she knows. I'm not laughing at you, Neo. You're doing a wonderful reading. I love you to death. I'm not laughing at you, Mama. You're doing an excellent reading. I'm laughing at the fact that Chantal, she knows. She knows. She has known. Salah is on I believe it's his fourth offense. Things that he's gotten caught for. Things that she knows about. So she knows. And yet she doesn't care. Because Salah, in my opinion, is part of her ego. She gave up everything she had in the way of having a homestead anchor in Canada. The place that she lived in, gave that up. The 2 pets she had, gave that up. She just pulled up all of her roots in her home country and moved to another country just to be near Salah, a man that, even from the jump, did not love her. Salah is the only thing that she's got left. So, of course, she's a narcissist. She's not going to give him up, because if there's one thing that Chantal will not tolerate, one thing she will not do, mama, is lose face, especially on the internet. That is so number one priority. You feel me? That her personal life, her problems in her personal life, not important. Her health, not important. Not looking like a fool in front of YouTube and people on the internet, very important. That's where her head is at. She won't let go of him. She knows he's a play around, run around. He's talking to other ladies. He spent time with other ladies, and she still won't let him go. So what we have here are 2 people that are not happy together. There's no synergy. They can't even get on camera and properly act like they're into one another. And yet they continue this thing that makes no sense.
All right. What is the overall romantic energy with Salah and Kybella? Oh, okay. There's
that cardigan girl. She just keeps popping up. I'm laughing. I keep thinking about the last readings I did with the Queen of Wands. Girl, who is this Queen of Wands? Who are you? You need to come through. But every reading I've seen you do of Salah, Neo, and even the ones I've done on him, there's another woman, girl. There's another one and another one and another one. He's got women everywhere. He's surrounded. He's so surrounded. Like he is just with the ladies.
been some deadly words that they've said to each other. Like someone just says something that's like very hurtful and very harmful to the other. But again, this is his karma. This person is coming as a karmic debt. It's a lot of karma in his energy field, sending him love and light. Clear, cancel, and release. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of karma coming with this energy of saying something to her. And so there's also this energy of him trying to hold on to something, trying to hold on to subconsciously a love that is dwindling and fizzling out because of it. Spirit is also acknowledging that we have the skeleton. The skeletons are coming out of the closet when it comes to Kybella. And this is also sending him in an energy where it's like, fuck love, etc. But Spirit is also acknowledging too that there's like this sexual healing energy of him having some kind of activity with a third party of some sort. It just keeps saying it. It just keeps saying it.
I know.
It just keeps saying it.
You know, I'm not in charge of Salah's karma. I'm not in the spiritual world. I wonder if the lesson that fate and karma and the spirits are trying to teach Salah is stop being a play around. Stop playing around with people. Stop playing around with the ladies and breaking their hearts and taking their money. Stop it. Just stop it. Like, this is not what you should be doing. You can do better things. You can do for yourself. Stop hooking yourself on to ladies and trying to use them. Maybe Chantal is part of his karma for that. Like, he's been running around doing the romance scam thing, and he met his match. He met his nightmare, Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty. He thought he had it easy. Oh, she's got lots of money. And she'll do whatever I say, and she's under my spell. And he met her at the airport, and bam, did she ever surprise him. And he's been on a roller coaster with that ever since. But it looks like he's still playing around. He's still playing around. He ain't stopped.
Okay. Sending him love and light. There's something else in the middle of the deck. So yeah, you see, he's a jack of all trades. He has a woman on this arm and a woman on this arm.
And you know what? If you got to run around, play around, you can't reform them. You really can't. It's really silly. when a woman sees a man who's a runaround, play around playboy, and they get it in their head, oh, I can reform this one. I can tame this one. Listen, no, no. If that's what they want to do, if that's their original nature, if they're being true to themselves and that makes them the most happy, there's no reforming somebody like that. You just got to let them do what they do. And if what they do hurts you, if it breaks your heart, you got to walk away. Let them do what they do, but without you. So he's a Mr. Run around, play around. Look, he's a 30-something-year-old man. He wants to run around and play around. He wants to have a good time. He wants to travel the world. He wants to live the jet set lifestyle, although he doesn't want to pay for it. You got to leave that boy alone. He's no good.
Yeah, Spirit just keeps acknowledging that there's a third party. Okay. All right. Salah. What's the tea? Okay. He needs to chill out. He needs to chill out. But subconsciously he's fulfilling a fantasy. What is it with this guy? He likes to have his fantasies fulfilled. Spirit said you need to chill out, but you keep fulfilling a fantasy. Spirit is also acknowledging that there's some manipulation, that he's getting played or he's playing with other people. Manipulation, lies, controlling, and pulling the strings. Like there's some kind of tantric sex, astral projection sex. This always makes me feel like the song that's coming through is Smooth Operator.
Yes, girl. Yes. Perfect song. Smooth operator. Perfect song. Sade. We love Sade. Oh, it's beautiful, soothing voice. Love Sade. But this goes back to the message I got earlier, girl. Just, Mr. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle Chantal. I can handle all this aggravation. I can keep that going on over here on one side and just tame her and make her work for me and give me money so I can pursue that jet set playboy lifestyle over here on the other side. Although he don't seem to get it. Like Chantal will be a barrier each and every time. She is a wall that will not be crossed. She's far too clingy. She's far too insecure and jealous. You think you're going to have freedom with her? Oh, no, 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 no. She'll take all of that away. Chantal is that one that she will purposely make sure that she doesn't make too much money just to make sure you don't go run off away from her. That's right. She is that one. She will look at Salah and say, yeah, I'm caring about my health. I care about my health. I'm going to lose some weight so we can travel to get her. Give him ideas that they're going to go travel back to Thailand. So he's all excited about, oh, we're going to go to Thailand, right? You're going to lose some weight, right? That way we can only buy one seat so we can put more money back in pocket. Meanwhile, she's doing mukbangs. She's doing food videos where she's gaining more weight. Like she the both of them lying to each other, just saying whatever it is they got to say to make the other one happy in that moment, but neither one of them means what they say. It's just lies, lies, lies. Yeah. Two scammers, man. Two scammers coming together, lying to each other, making each other miserable. And so they each have their own ways, in my opinion, that while they're dealing with the aggravation, she's got her way of soothing herself, and he's got his ways of soothing himself. And then they do what they can to come together in the brief moments they have with each other to deal with one another. So he might be using sex or seeing other women to self-soothe, just the way that she uses food to self-soothe.
Smooth operator.
That's right.
So, but this also makes me feel like an online kind of thing that people might do in regards to fulfilling some kind of sexual fantasy or sexual urge. Okay.
He don't learn, does he? Salah, if that's true, sir, you do not learn. You could find somebody local and do things and nobody would tattle on you. But the moment you go online and you start doing things online, there's a higher chance of getting busted again. You just don't learn, do you?
Okay. All right. How does Salah see Kybella? Thank you. We do get the title in reverse. No expectations, unknown, last name, going with the flow, up in the air, lack of foundation, uncertainty, name calling, misleading, role reversal, unclear intentions, switching it up, no gender roles. Okay. And how does Salah see Foodie Beauty? We do get the sunlight in reverse.
Ooh.
Depression, melancholy, homebody, poor weather, burnout, truth hurts, negativity, lower self, boredom, lies, false self, secrets, exposed, shade, reality check.
So he don't love you, Foodie. He don't. He does not love you. He's When a person looks at you that way, when they see you as the dark, when they see you as negativity, there's no source of good energy coming from you. The person that's coming near you, when they don't feel good being near you, you know what happens? They want to stay away. If every time you call them on the phone or they get near you, they get a bad feeling or they feel like their energy is being sucked away, they can get to a point where they're like, I can't deal with this anymore. I just can't. And the more they feel that, the closer they get to the edge of that cliff where they say, I'm done here. I'm done. So he doesn't see Foodie as the light, the sunlight, the positive, and wants to be around her. And I love her so much. The word that just came to mind was dread. Like he dreads talking to her. He dreads being around her. Like bare basic minimum here. Let me keep you at arm's length. Just stay away from me. Oof. No love there, Foodie. None.
Oh, and Spirit said, well, what's his current energy? What is Salah's current energy? Oh, the divine masculine in reverse. Boastful, violent, argumentative, disrespect, inferiority complex, procrastination, abuse of power, egotistical, war, self sabotaging, gaslighting, toxic masculinity, and prideful.
Ooh.
What do the ancestors want to say to? What do the ancestors want to say to Salah? Act of love as is. Okay. You may want something to be dramatically different, if only, maybe if I just, your ego rides in like the cavalry to help make sense of an unexpected and unwanted dynamic. This can't be, but it is. And so the ego tries to absorb the shock. When you receive the as is in a reading, it's activating a truthful acceptance and acknowledgement of a situation. It requires a removal of your rose tinted glasses and a willingness to surrender to something that, at least for a time, is manifestly out of your control. These following three little words, a stark and simple mantra, help ground you in reality and provide the closure necessary for you to move on to a new normal. There it is. There it is.
Yep, there it is. Absolutely. So if he's over there thinking that he could just keep Chantal around, get the money, be taken care of a little bit, his ego blown up, thinking, I can handle it, I can handle it, I can handle it. You can't handle it, Salah. No man who has ever come near Chantal has come out unscathed. They've always come out the worst for wear. They're battered in a way. Like they're worn out, they're exhausted. She exhausts people. She is a soul, she's a spiritual succubus of sorts. She will take your soul from you. She'll put it in a mason jar and hide it beneath her bed. Do you understand? Like, she will not allow you to be whatever it is you want to be and do whatever it is you want to do. She does not believe in personal freedom. She wants only what she wants. But maybe this is a lesson for you, because you want that free and easy life. And you want someone else to pay for it. You want someone else to work for it. So you can just go gallivanting around the world, do your thing. Spirit, I feel, is trying to tell you, you want it, you got to pay for it. Stop trying to eat somebody else's cake. Go out and buy the ingredients and bake your own. Just go out and work, and then you'll have your freedom and your independence, and you'll feel a lot better.
There it is. Okay. So Spirit said you can lie to the people, but you can't lie to yourself.
Right.
Something about him having a big ego as well. What's the current energy for Salah? Thank you, Spirit.
I think, Neil, I think where he's getting stuck is he sees Chantal making whatever amount of money. I don't know how much money she makes, but obviously it's enough to pay the rent on the apartment, buy him a car, buy him all these things. And he knows he's unhappy. He knows this is nothing but a ball of constant misery. But something in his ego, something in his arrogance, he doesn't want to lose that money that she's making. He doesn't want to lose access to it. He wants to hold on to it. He's afraid if he lets her go, that she's going to be making more money after he's gone, and then he won't get access to that. Like, I feel it's a money thing, because it's definitely not a love thing. He has no love for her. He has no attachments to her beyond the financial benefits, the gift benefits. So he's looking at it from maybe a greed standpoint of, she's making this money now and she's providing all this now, but if I let her go, will I regret it later, because she'll make more money and then that train has already left the station and I can't grab onto it. So he's holding on, I feel, for the wrong reasons.
Spirit is saying that he's faking happiness, that there's stagnation, that he's operating with low self-esteem with the Eight of Cups, very emotional. Spirit is also acknowledging that there is going to be justice, legal matters due to...
It's funny that you're bringing up the justice card. That keeps popping up in my readings for Foodie and for Salah. Like, the justice card is all over the place. I don't know what legal matters can happen, but that's another thing that Salah needs to think about. He's so worried about the money and Chantal bringing the money and paying for everything. He's not even acknowledging that her kind of behavior and her personality can be dangerous where he lives. The things she says, the things she does, filming things, filming people, that could lead to legal problems. Is it worth it to hold on to somebody that reckless and stupid? Like, again, everything in life has a price tag. Is he willing to pay that?
Fairness has to bring a balance, honesty, cause and effect, and consequences. He's going to have a moment of enlightenment, awakening, it feels. Spirit is also acknowledging when this justice appears, there's going to be conflict resolution, harmony, and success with the Five of Wands in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. And then
there's another message coming through. I'm sorry, Neil. I'm getting a message that Chantal is a very wrathful person. She is. She's very wrathful. I mean, this woman is so incredibly wrathful that she'll find out your secrets. She'll find the weaknesses that you have. If you're someone, you've got a criminal past, or if you're afraid of something, in a wrathful moment, she will threaten you with that or expose that. So over in Kuwait, he's got to be very, very careful about the things that he says and the things that he does, or else he could have legal problems, very bad legal problems. Something is telling me that is part of the reason why he's hanging on to Chantal. Is he hanging on for the money? Absolutely. But it's one of those things where he's trying to play it safe. He knows that she's explosive. He knows that she can make problems for him. So he's just lying low and just not knowing what to do at this moment about it, how to properly handle it to where when she blows up, he can be out of the blast zone, but just being in a stalemate. That's the word that comes to mind, stalemate. He's at a stalemate. What do I do about this woman? How do I handle her? She's explosive. She's got a history of doing the absolute extreme most when it comes to getting back at men that don't give her what she wants. So how do I keep from something legal happening? Like her reporting me to the police for something or making legal matters for myself, because you also, an interesting layer to this, he's got a family. They're well-to-do people. His father is an important person in Kuwait. It's not just him he has to worry about, it's his family. Like the reputation and the name of a family in Kuwait is very, very important. I'm sure he doesn't want to shame himself, but also his family too. Although, if he were really concerned about the family, he shouldn't have got involved with something like Chantal in the first place. But that happened, so there's no rewinding the clock. But things have progressed to such a point that I'm sure that's on his mind also. How do I get out of this and not get hurt or my family get hurt?
He'll have options to do other things that will be fulfilling to his heart, fulfilling to his soul. He'll have more options and more opportunities and more possibilities. Um, the manifestations will he'll be able to really create a different kind of life and a different kind of world. What this feels like is he's going to walk away because he's not happy. And he's acknowledging that in this energy, he's stagnant. He can't move forward. And that he's going to have an awakening. He's going to have a moment of clarity where he's going to bring balance to what is happening in his life. But there will be cause and effect because everything you do has a reaction.
That's true. And I don't think Salah is going to leave Foodie over a woman. It's pretty clear that he's not focused on just one woman. He wants all of them, like he wants all the birthday cake. He wants all the cupcakes. He wants everything in the bakery. He's not just going to say, one cake for me. Thank you very much. I'm going to take that home. He's a play around, run around. He's in his 30s. He's wants to enjoy life. He wants access to everybody. Everybody. But I think if he breaks away from Chantal, it's going to be more about personal exhaustion. Like I'm tired. I can't go on anymore. I'm losing my mind over here. I can't think. I can't move. I'm burnt out. Right now he's numb. He's indifferent. He's switched everything off. Like, in order to deal with it, I can't think about it. I can't dwell on it. I'm switched off. I got my wall up and like whatever is whatever. But I think if he leaves Chantal, it's going to be about he's got nothing left. Like he's completely empty inside. But the moment he gets away from her, he can get all of that back and he can get things in order. Your other reading said that also, that once Chantal and Salah part company, things can get better for the both of them. As long as they hold on to this thing, the misery is going to keep going and going until it just reaches a point where neither one of them have anything left.
There will be debt for the karma. There will be. I mean, that Spirit said that very clear.
Yeah.
Very clear. See, because there's an energy of manipulation, abuse, and a dangerous man with the King of Swords in the middle of the deck, where we're not seeing. So he's waiting and he's playing it safe with no action, with the Two of Wands in the area of business, but also in the area of passion. There's some manipulation, but it feels very layered. It feels like there's manipulation on his part and the part of someone else. Okay. What is his biggest obstacle? Poor planning, limitations, and delay are obstacles with the Three of Wands in reverse. With the Nine of Cups, remember I read biggest obstacles in reverse. Underachieving is an obstacle. Poor health is an obstacle, and shattered dreams is an obstacle. Several cards want to come out as in the middle of the deck, but we can't see. And thank you, Spirit. I'll accept that. Another big obstacle with the world is this isn't over. There's stagnation, unsuccessful is an obstacle, and a lack of closure is an obstacle because he's been lying to himself as an obstacle.
Mhm.
Blocked intuition is an obstacle, and revealing secrets is an obstacle with the moon card. With the Eight of Wands, waiting, it just keeps saying waiting is an obstacle. Losing momentum is an obstacle, and chaos is an obstacle. Okay, again, manipulation comes out, abuse, and a dangerous man. So there's another energy of a man that's coming through as well that's creating a lot of obstacles for him. This man is manipulative. This man has an idea that is going to spin, thank you, Spirit, spin Salah out. Like he's not going to be in control like he was before. When this man gets a hold of this situation, he is definitely going to take the reins. Okay.
And you know what I felt when you said this, Neo? Dad. That's the spirits are screaming at me. Dad. That dad energy. When I did a reading, the emperor kept coming out. Emperor, his father. Dad energy. He's got male friends around him, but if there's a man that could be that influential and powerful over another man, it would be your dad. Salah has a father, very important man, very educated man, very respected man. Dad. It's got to be dad. Honestly, I don't know why his father didn't step in earlier, because even if he and Salah, I don't know the relationship between Salah and his father. But even if you are estranged from your son, even if you don't know how to talk to each other or there's not good communication, if you see your child going through it, they're looking ragged. They're obviously not doing well and they're getting worse. As a parent, that instinct to protect your child, why wouldn't you protect your child and pull them out of this? It's been a year. I don't know what Salah's been telling dad about the situation. Knowing Chantal, she lied to Salah big time. Not just about the way she looked, but lied about her lifestyle. And she made all kinds of promises about what she could give him. And you just stick with me, kid, and it'll be good from here. We'll be walking the golden path together and you'll make lots of money and living in luxury. It's been a year, Salah. Has any of that happened? No. All she's doing is just maintaining a certain level, and you will never get beyond that certain level because she'll make sure of it. She will always make sure that she doesn't have too much, and then by happenstance, you'll have too much because if you have too much, you will run off. She is manipulative even when it comes to money. In my personal opinion, this is just an idea, y'all. I feel that Chantal is purposely making her videos as boring as possible to just to make sure she doesn't make too much money. She would do something like that, just use the lack of money as a form of manipulation. But if there's this dad energy, dad, dad all day, dad every day. If dad comes through, that might be able to turn this thing around. Dad has got influence in Kuwait. Dad is a powerful person in Kuwait. He is respected. Chantal is not respected. People listen to him. People look up to him. Come through, Dad. It's time. It is time.
Another big obstacle with the Nine of Pentacles is working too hard and being dependent on this money and being dependent on this money and how it keeps him grounded. It's a source of his foundation.
Yep. See, like there we go. Salah's worried about the wrong thing. The money. How much money is Chantal giving him? I don't know. I will never know. None of us will ever know how much money Chantal is offering Salah, like what she's getting for him on the side or in public or whatever. None of us will ever know. I know that when she was with Natter, she offered him $2,000 a month just to hang out with her and be part of her content. And Natter told her no. And isn't that something that Natter, who has less than Salah, turned down the money? That was a line that even he wouldn't cross. And yet Salah has obviously crossed it. Oh, you take care of me. You pay the rent. You buy the groceries. I'm good. It doesn't have to go any higher than that. But again, it comes with a price. And the price is dealing with her and being out in public with her and being unhappy to be in public with her and filming for her. This is the price you pay for an easy peasy lifestyle, Salah. But understand, sir, that by being around Chantal, associating with her, you are shaming not only yourself, but your family. And you're stopping your true path to being independent and free and doing what you should do. This is a life lesson. That's what Chantal is, a life lesson. There's a whole bunch of them there. There's a lesson of who not to associate with, who not to attach yourself to. Don't look at another person to be your paycheck. Go out and make your own. You want all the good things in life, you can work for them, you can do for yourself. Don't rely on another person. There's another life lesson. If you associate with toxicity, toxicity will drain you. It will affect you. And the only way out is to get out. You cannot let your ego rule and say, I can handle it. I can handle it. I'm strong enough. Obviously, you're not. If you're feeling bad, you got to get away. At some point, either you get away now or spirit is going to force you to get away because you're going to have nothing to fight with.
Spirit said for now. And no style is an obstacle. There's something else in the middle of the deck. Lots of obstacles. And like I said, it's that karmic debt that's weighing heavy. The Magician in the middle of the deck. Scattered energy is an obstacle. Wastefulness is an obstacle. And again, manipulation comes in. There's a lot of manipulation in his energy field. And it's very layered. It's not just what someone is doing to him. It's also what he's doing to others.
Yep.
Okay, so what's next? A lack of belief, giving up and surrender with this in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck. But the cycles... it's time for cycles. It's time for big changes ahead, and karma is coming with that. There's a debt that you have to pay. And it's just what Spirit keeps saying. There's going to be a turning point in life-changing decisions. There's going to be a decision that he's going to make. It's going to be a tough decision, but he is going to make it because this is not working for him. This is not a part of his righteous path to be in this energy where he is currently, right? He's going to be slow to recover once he does decide to leave. But again, this is a part of his karmic debt. It's going to feel very burnt out with a lack of self-care, with the Four of Swords in reverse, a lot of negative self-talk. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
Fantastic reading, Neo. Absolutely fantastic. A lot of great information there, especially the part with talking about Dad. Where is Dad? Why hasn't he come through yet? It's been a year. This whole thing needs to just break apart. It's not working on any level for anybody. It's not working for Chantal. It's not working for Salah. It's not working for his family. Who is it working for? No one. No good can come from any of this. It's all bad. But I guess we'll just wait to see what happens. I know that Chantal's not going to let go. Salah's part of her ego. And Salah is so caught up in the money, he's not going to let go. He's too worried about either he gets the paycheck or somebody else might get it, and it might be bigger after he leaves. So somebody else has got to step in and stop this. So who better of a person than his father? I really do hope that happens. Like all this stuff comes to an end, but we will see. But in the meantime, great reading, Neo. Great reading. I'm going to leave a link for Neo's video in the description, like down below. Y'all check it out. And that's it for this react. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here and have a good day. Bye now.